Hi, in this world, we explore how to learn dexterous prehensile manipulation skill purely from state-only observations. Consider how humans acquire skill from observing others. Let's say we want to learn from a video of Cristiano Ronaldo taking a penalty shoot. First, we would analyze the video and understand how the net and the ball interact and how they are supposed to move. This can be viewed as imitation. But we obviously won't stop there. We would then practice what we just learned. We would make refinements to our movement and ensure that the ball is behaving the way we want it to. This can be viewed as emulation. We are attempting to emulate Ronaldo's behavior by making refinements to how we kick. Inspired by this observation, we develop a learning framework that follows a similar two-stage approach to learning from state-only observations. Before we begin, let's consider why it's difficult to learn without action labels. Without action labels, it's not possible to learn to read about contact effects and forces. Merely imitating will likely result in failures. This is why the robot needs something more than just state-only observations. Existing methods have successfully tackled this challenge, but not without considerable limitations. Some methods purely employ reinforcement learning, but rely on task-specific rewards design. Other methods refine retarded motions to improve performance, but they are limited to grasping tasks. Yet another set of methods gather in-domain teleoperation data to train the policy, or utilize user-provided subtle images as rewards. But such methods depend on human intervention. Our objective is to develop a framework that is intervention-free. We do not utilize the expert demonstration of teleoperations. We also want our framework to be task-agnostic, requiring no task-specific reward designs. We contribute a novel two-stage framework named SIMR, short for Combined Imitation and Emulation for Motion Refinement. The first stage is imitation. SIMR encodes the interdependent designed motion of both the robot hand and object from observation into a structured dynamical system that acts as a reactive motion generation policy. We leverage two-band operator theory to efficiently learn reasonable motion prior for a given initial condition. Even though we don't have action labels, we can accurately learn how the object is supposed to move. This is similar to what humans learn from watching Cristiano Ronaldo. The second stage is emulation. SIMR learns a motion refinement policy that modifies the motion prior from the first stage. This refinement helps compensate for the lack of action information and helps ensure the robot motion in fact results in the designed object motion. This is similar to how humans engage in practice after watching Cristiano Ronaldo to learn how exactly to make the ball behave in the designed way. Note that SIMR neither requires in-context teleoperated demonstration as we learn the policy in a simulator, nor task-specific reward as we utilize object tracking errors as rewards. We evaluate SIMR on three dexterous prehensile manipulation tasks that are commonly used in the literature. We first investigate why we must combine imitation and emulation, so we compare SIMR against two baselines that do not use emulation. Our results show that it is not sufficient to merely imitate the observations, and adding emulation to imitation significantly improves task success rate across all three tasks. We qualitatively analyze the refined motion and found the intuitive changes emerged from emulation. For the two-use tasks, refined hand motions result in the hammer hitting the nail closer to its center and with greater force. For the object rotation task, each fingertip applied more force on the object, ensuring firm grasps. For the door opening task, the hand rotates more swiftly to generate greater momentum for turning the handle. Please see our paper for more details. We evaluate the relative importance of hand and object tracking rules. Our results highlight the crucial role of object tracking rules. Importantly, using hand tracking rules alone results in little to no performance gains. These findings align with the object-centric nature of dexterous manipulation. We then compare SIMR against two baselines, pure IR and Sawyer, both of which learn without action labels. Pure IR relies solely on dense and shift rewards, while Sawyer is a sought-out method for learning from state-only observations. We found that SIMR provides significant better sample efficiency on tool use and object rotation tasks, but SIMR is less efficient in the door opening task, possibly because this task requires more significant refinements. But when we qualitatively analyze each method's performance, we found that baselines tend to exploit the simulated or generate aggressive motions. In tool use, baseline tends to throw the hammer. In object rotation, they bounce the ball on the table instead of grasping and moving it. In door opening, the hand penetrates the door handle. In stark contrast, Cymer is able to generate realistic motion across all tasks. This is likely because Cymer's motion generation policy employs a structured dynamic tool system that provides a natural and effective motion prior, and the motion refinement policy is incentivized to make only the necessary adjustments. We also evaluate Cymer and the baseline on the ability to generalize to 17 novel objects. Cymer results in the best zero-shot generalization. On majority of the objects, it even outperformed the expert policies which were trained with action labels. Lastly, we evaluate Cymer's ability to transfer lens motion refinement skills to novel objects after training with one object, the ball. We particularly focused on objects which result in 50% or lower success rate in zero-shot generalization. We found that Cymer achieved better sample efficiency than the expert across objects, and still transfer tends to improve sample efficiency. But our results also show that still transfer is not always helpful and can in fact hurt efficiency. This is likely because these two objects are drastically different from the default ball, requiring entirely new refinement strategies. In summary, Cymer is a two-stage framework that effectively combines imitation and emulation to learn dexterous prehensile manipulation skills from state-only observations. More importantly, Cymer achieved this without relying on human intervention or task-based reward design. Cymer can also generate realistic and natural motions, and can efficiently learn to adapt to novel objects. Finally, we discuss numerous avenues for improvement and future research in the paper. Thank you for your time and efforts in reviewing our work.